What's up, everybody? My name is Luis Borges. I'm a Brazilian, I'm a guitarist, I'm a music teacher, and yeah, I'm pretty fancy right now. Now I think that my video setup is ready. It's not like the best in the world, but yeah, thank God it's ready. And just for the record, guys, in the last video, you guys seem to be taking it to the wrong side, because the goal of this series, of this, breakup thing with Tarja and Nightwish thing, it's not to blame anyone and say, oh, you wrong, you're right, and whatever. I'm just trying to understand what actually happened. And also I was searching for a lot of things for make this series, to make it very professionally and try to understand the best way I can. So please, if you support the series, like this video, subscribe, share with your friends or potential friends. As I said a lot of times, share this video with somebody and maybe this person become your friend because of the video. So yes, they like so much this kind of video that they believe in, turn your friends. Actually, I saw Tarja's interview and I wrote some things for you guys, just the important parts, so we can talk and discuss it rationally, okay? Rationally. Don't fight in the comments like you guys did in the last video. Just let's talk and see what is actually relevant. One important thing that Tarja said is that she was giving her priority to Nightwish, and there was a lot of requesting for her for another band, and she said no because she was in Nightwish and she gave her priority to them, and she was giving all her efforts to the band. She was demanding a lot of things. She was making a lot of shows, a lot of things that was over not overtraining. I think it's overloading or something, but actually it was giving her a lot of work to do. It reminds me the part in the letter that Tuomas said that she was thinking more about what she sacrifices to the band than what the band was giving to her. But actually, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of things, and you have to concern those things. So yes, it's important. Of course, if you want to be successful with a band, you have to make some sacrifices, but at the same time, a lot of offers, a lot of things. So I think that she actually have a point on it. So yes, and she had a lot of offers, a lot of managing things. She was managing a new career, she was managing a solo career, and she was dedicating a lot for the band. That's what she said, and that's what I think actually happening. You guys also said about the abuse she has on the stage, and Marcelo was saving her, just kicking this man in the head. Yes, that's beautiful to do. Every abuser should have this. And their bandmates were just standing there and playing like nothing was happening. So yeah, that's kind of weird. I was pretty shocked when I saw, but I don't know what to say. I don't know how they perform. If something happened to me, I was in the band, I would definitely kick this man in the... If you threatened anyone in the band, all the rest in the band should kick this man in the ass, because yes, that's what should happen. And talking about Marcelo, Tarja said that in the letter, when Thomas said about different cultural things, and she said that she was a little bit xenophobic, and I, as a South American, I think it was a little bit, yeah, because greedy and a lot of other things and other bad things is not about culture, it's about person. So you can be in any different culture and be greedy and be like a diva or something. So I think, yeah, she was a little bit xenophobic. But I think seeing the interview, we can conclude that in resume she was upset because of the way they did it, because making the letter and talking and turning everything to public, and she was also ready to leave the band 1 year later after the next record, and she was upset because they didn't made it as she expected. Was everybody agreed that she would leave, and they kicked her out before it. So she was upset because of the way they did it. But one thing that was on my mind is, how can a bandmate spend 1 year without talking to each other? If they just, of course they were in a war zone. That's not even, questionable. They wasn't dealing pretty well with each other, and surely if they just sit down and talk, it probably all these things would be a little bit different. I'm not saying that Tarja would still with the band, that they would be such a friends, but I think that the way they did it and all the things would be a lot of different if they just talk. And I already think that they talk it because Tarja performed a show with them 12 years later. Actually, it was 2015. And I think that, they're dealing pretty well with each other, so you guys don't have to fight and, all the things because of it, because they are already in pieces, so yeah. But at the same time, I think that still missing some things. They're probably hiding some things that obviously we don't know everything that happened between them. So in case if you guys have something to add, please leave here in the comments. Don't fight, just say the facts. Let's investigate it. I hope that in the last video, that will be the poet and the pendulum, I think that probably we can make some conclusions or not. I don't know. I don't know the band enough to say that. I'm really searching for those things, and I pretty hope that please give some conclusions here. So let's stop talking and let's react to the song, because I'm saying too much things. Yeah. Oh, this is the first song I'm reacting from a Natty singing. So yeah, it's my first time hearing her. All women in the band. I don't know why they're doing it, so let's try to understand it. Her accent, it's pretty more, visible than the other singers, so I have to surely check the letter of the song. Okay, let me just talk about. I know. Let me finish it. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, now I can talk. What was I doing? Let me talk about what I actually think about it. Not only about the letters, but about these amazing guitar riffs and these Marco voices. That was wow. I think that, yeah, he's a hell of a singer. And actually, I think in this song he's singing better than Annette. I don't know how you pronounce it, but when the guitars came like, it's like a hard timing. I think that Empo is, one of the best guitarists talking about timing and getting it perfectly in time. And yeah, it's a hard riff. And actually, I think that this song, it's kind of heavy, and I like it. So let's continue. Yeah, let's talk about the letter. The lyrics. The lyrics. I think that they were trying to say is that they were saying something to her, they were advising her, the kind of vision that the band had, and she wasn't seeing it, she was like blind about it, and that's what they're saying. I'm not saying that it was true or not, I'm just saying that this is what Nightwish was saying, especially Thomas and Marco, this kind of thing. I think that what they are trying to say is that she was blinded and wasn't dealing pretty well with the feeling that they were trying to spend with their songs, with the spirit of the band, and something like that. So, I don't know. Leave here in the comments what you guys think about the lyrics. have a very carry accent. You know, I could understand everything that Marco said, and he was driving her voices. But I can't understand, like, you know, one of two words that she said. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to understand. But I'm not being xenophobic. I'm just saying that it's hard to understand, okay? I'm not saying that it's not good. Yeah, I think actually it's a pretty beautiful accent. It's just hard to understand.
Siblings walking the dying earth. News around the choking heart. Eternity torn apart. Slow toll now the funeral bell. I need to die to feel alive. Did you ever hear what I told you? Did you ever read what I wrote you? Did you ever listen to what's being played? Did you ever hear what the world said? Did we get this far just to feel your hate? Did we pray to become all it was in the game? How blind can you be? Don't you see you chose the long road, but we'll be waiting.
I think that his voice is very, very incredible because he can make, you know, these distorted vocals, and actually at the same time it's like it's not a crying vocal, it's I don't know what kind of vocal technique it is. If you're a vocal teacher, leave here in the comments what kind of technical Marco uses. And what can I say about these guitar riffs? And actually the drums are pretty hard to play. I think that I forgot his name, but the drummer of Nightwish is actually a pretty good drummer. Okay, it's like a lot of thing, and I actually loved it. Let's continue. What am I saying? I love this. Now I heard the vocals in the behind. I love it. Yeah. Okay. I think this was, musically speaking, this was one of the best songs I ever heard of them. Of course, like almost all of the songs I heard until now, it's a masterpiece. Especially the songs that, you know, are youngest than those with four. But whoa. Whoa! One thing that I think that should have in this song, it's a guitar solo. Where is the guitar solo, Empu? Okay, for sure, it's Thomas that composes this song, but he had to give some more space for Empu's solos. He's a great guitarist. I actually saw a lot of solos in the other songs, and he played very well. Why? Why don't do a guitar solo every time you can? There is an instrumental part, you have to make a guitar solo. If there is a vocal part, you can have a guitar solo. If there is a keyboard solo in the song but no guitar solo, what are you doing? Just kidding. I actually love the song even without a guitar solo and with a keyboard solo instead of a guitar solo. But I actually thought that those riffs were amazing and pretty good. And not only the riffs, the dynamical of the song, that's like a pretty soft part, and then boom, goes with a punch in your face and goes to the chorus. You know, like, did you ever? You know, it's like yeah, it's pretty good. And Marco's singing, it's just, you know, I'm starting to enjoy pretty much his vocals. But Natty vocals, I loved it. Okay, I thought it was pretty good. Okay, we comparing to Tarja, I think that Tarja have more control. It's like it's more lyrical. It's different the way they're singing. But I liked her accent, but I couldn't understand like anything, almost anything that she said. But I think that it's pretty good. But I think that all the singers are different and sing differently from each other. So I don't think that actually we have to compare them. Just enjoy the different singers. And talking about the lyrics, the idea of the song is actually everything that I said. And one thing that I have to add is like, oh, Bye Beatyful. It's like they were mocking her or something like that. Like, oh, we don't need you anymore. And actually, when this breakup thing happened, I think that Tarja have a lot of, canceled things because a lot of people were against her. I think that they were trying to hit her in some kind of point. At the same time, they were mocking her and saying that she didn't fit it with the band. One thing that I just can't understand, I am pretty sure about, is that they have already agreed that she was leaving after the next album, and I really think that the way they did it was a little bit, unnecessary. They could just really talk, not sending her a letter or something. But at the same time, I understand that, in a band, guys, you have to know 9 years in a band makes you have a lot of conflicts with each other. Metallica, that is my favorite band, have this a lot. Okay, like it's almost impossible to take these guys in the same place with a long time because they were always fighting. And actually, in the beginning of the band, actually Dave Mustaine was kicked out of the band for a lot of things. The singer of Megadeth. If you guys want to know something about Metallica's, want me to say about Metallica's history and all these threatening things about Metallica, I can make actually a video talking about it, a video series, just like I'm doing here, but won't be a reaction. It will be more informative kind of video. Leave here in the comments. It's just something that came in my mind right now. But I know it's hard to deal with it, and a band, it's this way. And a lot of bands have their own ideas, have their own principles, and I can understand why they weren't dealing pretty well with each other. But it's like what I said, you could just talk about it. It's not hard. It's not hard. But leave here in the comments what you guys think. Leave some suggestions on videos. After I finish this video series, I try to have more variety of things. You guys said about Epica, you guys said about other bands, so leave here in the comments which band you guys want me to react. And don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and share with your friends or potential friends. And follow me on my Instagram, because on Instagram I post a lot of content. So yes, and this is it. There's a lot of videos here for you guys to check it out, and see you guys on the next video.